Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Vicky, and this is Sacred Journeys Ireland, where we offer guided meditations connecting to the Irish sacred sites, connecting to your own self, and even the angelic realm. So, for today's meditation, we're going to be welcoming in the energy of love, harmony, abundance, and even luck. These are our natural state. These are this energy, this frequency that we're calling in is actually all within us. And sometimes, when I see people posting, now is a really lucky time to call in love, for example, or, it's a lucky time to manifest and bring in abundance. That can be true. So we can work with the energies that we're in, whether that's, the cycle that we're in. If you're working with the Celtic wheel, August is a beautiful time to start manifesting or putting out there what you want because it's the time of harvest. It's the time where we start to reap our rewards. So everything that we've sowed this year is ready for harvest. So it's a great time in that sense. And then if you're into astrology and the planets, Jupiter is a lucky planet. So if that does align, especially if it meets with a planet such as Venus, which is all about love and harmony, we get this beautiful celestial kiss where we get even more potent energy to tap into. So in today's meditation, we are going to, of course, work with the earth energies. We're going to have this nice exchange because I don't know about you, but I feel, this happens every single year. If you're someone that works on growing and healing, usually every year you kind of feel like a new version of yourself, a more authentic version of yourselves. And what can happen is a lot of our relationships, either that we have today, that can be a relationship with money, it can be friendships, it could be romantic relationships, it could be work. Um, those relationships, what we're getting out of that exchange may not match who we are today. So I think what will be really beautiful is when we're connecting to the earth, we can offer back to the earth as nourishment and as food, um, the not just the old versions of us that accepted less because maybe we had lower self-worth, lower self-esteem, but the versions of us that didn't know any better, that didn't know that there was more out there. And the more that we've healed and the more that we've grown, we've kind of unlocked this well of love and abundance and peace and kind of a remembrance of who we truly are. And what I've been working towards, and I'm sure there's some people here that's the same, but what we've been working towards is really trying to allow that well flow, to just flow out of ourselves through our own being first, to enhance our relationship with ourselves, and then enhance our relationships everywhere else in our life, including our work and including our abundance and money. Um, so that's what we're going to tap into today. We're going to tap into who we truly are, that energy, allow it to build and build, and then see where it wants to flow. Because sometimes in our life we may have areas of our life where we feel like they're full. If we were to put water in a cup of, say, our work life, it could be overflowing. Things might be going really well there. Same with our bank balance. We could be putting money in or we could be putting water into that cup, but it might only go halfway. Maybe we need to top up there. And the same for friendships and however our own natural energy, however love flows. So that's what we're going to do today. And sometimes it's easier to just do it than to try to explain it. So let's get into a meditation. And for meditation, you're welcome to get comfortable, whatever that looks like for you. Personally, I prefer to just sit during meditation because I find they go so deep. Sometimes it's nice to be a little bit conscious, but um, if it does go deep into your subconscious, that's okay. Even if you fall asleep, that's okay. It's still working its magic. And sometimes that can be better because the conscious mind can stop us from, the conscious mind wants to grasp what's happening. It wants to figure everything out and it can be quite logical. And a lot of the work that we're doing may not be accessible to our conscious mind. So sometimes it's nice for the conscious mind to rest and allow our subconscious, our soul, um, that part of us to take over and do the big work. So let's just have fun in this meditation. Let's just practice meditating. The fact that we're here, we're sitting down to actually meditate is already a huge win. And the energy is so beautiful right now. So why not tap into it? Why not take advantage of that as well? So whenever you're ready, I invite you to close the eyes down. And as you close your eyes, you can open your third eye just with your intention, just to open your mind's eye. And we're going to take 3 breaths just to bring us into a meditative space. So let's take a deep breath in through our nose, filling the belly, and out through the mouth. Another deep breath in. One last deep breath in. So with the eyes closed, we are going to co-create a sacred container that's going to hold us together for this guided meditation. It's going to keep us safe and protected. It's going to welcome in all these beautiful energies that are going to support our intentions and our prayers today. So let's imagine that there's this big bubble in front of you. And this bubble has its very own grounding cord, so it's connected to the earth, and it has its very own universal cord, so it's connected to the universe, the cosmos. And give yourself full permission to step into this bubble. Imagine when you step in, all of your spirit team come with you. So just with your intention, welcoming in your spirit guides, guardian angels. So we're going to set some intentions today. So we're going to set the intention that we're welcome here, that this is a safe space to explore. It's a safe space for healing. It's a safe space to even have fun, to get to know yourself a little deeper. So let's place our intuition in charge of this meditation. Our conscious mind gets to rest, gets to switch off, and we're going to allow our intuition, our inner wisdom to take over for our highest and greatest good. We're also going to set the intention to tap in even deeper to the source of who we are, to the well of love, beauty, abundance, and harmony that already exists within us. We're going to set the intention to expand this energy so that we can embody even more of our authentic essence and allow this well of love to flow wherever it's needed in our own being and in any area of our life so that we can unlock luck, expansion, and abundance. We're going to set the intention that emotions are welcome, resistance is welcome, and if it comes up, and it will come up, we're going to welcome it. It's going to be held by the earth, healed, and released back into the earth. This is a space where we get to be human, we get to make mistakes and still be lovable. Let's set the intention to see, know, feel, sense a part of ourselves that maybe we've never had the opportunity to see before. Maybe we haven't experienced ourselves like this before. We're going to set the intention to call in love, true love, and that can be individual for everyone. So if in your heart you would like more love to manifest in friendship, in romance, partnerships, collaborations, abundance, you can just imagine that you place your wish, your prayer, your intention into the container. We're going to set the intention to increase our capacity to be able to receive. So the love that maybe, or the abundance that maybe we were receiving before, let's see if we can even increase that, what we're able to receive. We're going to set the intention to cleanse and reset or evolve our mind's eye, so the lens as with that which we see ourselves and the world, so that it gets to align with the beauty and the love and the harmony abundance that we already are, and that is our natural state. We're going to welcome in the energy of balance. So as we receive, we have the courage, generosity, and the will to also give. So that's our harmony piece. And whatever else is needed to help each of us here individually, those that are watching this as a recording or here live, so that each of us get to our next breakthrough. So let's imagine that all this beautiful earth energy starts flowing in through the earth. And this earth energy is going to start to imbue all of our intentions with love and wisdom and insight. We're going to welcome in universal energy. All that beautiful golden light sparkles into the container. And the cosmos is going to start to inform our intentions and our prayers, offering wisdom and insight. We're also going to welcome in blessings. We're going to welcome in spiritual gifts and downloads. We're going to welcome in miracles. And even what we don't know that we need. Maybe there's things that we forgot. Maybe there's abundance or love that we are missing, but we can't see it. So let's allow our inner wisdom and our guides bring those gifts in for us now. Allow your needs to be met today. Those parts that have been in shadow, maybe parts that are malnourished, parts of us that are a little bit neglected even. They could be really young moments. Just allow them to be seen, held, and just fully nourished today. Okay, so now you can bring your awareness to your personal aura, so your own body. We're going to refresh our grounding cord. So let's imagine from the core of the earth, we welcome up a brand new earth cord. So this beautiful earth cord starts to travel up through the soil and attaches to the bottom of your feet. And this cord can be as wide as your hips. And just give yourself permission to be held by the earth. We're going to welcome in universal energy above our head. So that can be any color or frequency to you. Maybe you see like a night sky. You might see golden light, white light. Just imagine that beautiful energy pouring into your aura from the top of your head, all the way into your aura, your body. And just like the sun, it's going to start to burn away any energy that doesn't belong to you. Now you can place a magnet in front of you and a magnet behind you to release energy. So imagine these magnets start to draw out anything that's inauthentic, stuck, or stagnant. Energy from your day gets to be released. Now that we've released energy, we're going to recall our authentic energy. So imagine in front of you there's a beautiful star, and this star is going to call back all of your authentic energies from the past, from all dimensions of space and time, back into that symbol. Imagine that fragments of your soul and your identity come home back to that symbol to be blessed, to be healed, to be updated to who you are now, empowered and then beamed in from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head, just filling in any spaces and gaps with your own authentic energy. So these sessions are channeled. So moving with guidance, we're going to start to release cords. So any cords of enmeshment. That can be with any person, any being from this lifetime or even other lifetimes that are just not healthy anymore. So we're going to welcome loads of earth energy up. So you can imagine all this beautiful earth energy moves up through the soil and starts to surround your body. moving into your aura, around the body. And this earth energy is going to hold and start to support any of those cords. So anything that's unhealthy, we're going to imagine that we can see it in our mind's eye now. So sometimes we can see cords as literally like little cords, or you might see them as like chains or ropes. They might be different. Some people are very visual and some people aren't. So don't get too hung up on what they look like, just with your intention. Just set the intention that anything that's unhealthy can be seen. And they can be held by the earth. We're also going to welcome in a rainbow of frequencies. So imagining a whole rainbow of frequencies pouring into your aura, around the body. And these rainbow frequencies are going to attach to these cords at the top. So these cords of enmeshment get to be held by the earth. They get to be completely loved and nourished by rainbow frequencies. And each of these cords get to ask for whatever they need, whatever they want from the earth and from the universe. So some of these cords of enmeshment may be with, you know, our boss. It could be with our parents. It could be with past partners. We don't have to know. All we know is that they're ready to be released now. And that doesn't mean that our connection will be lost. It just means anything unhealthy gets to be healed and released. So this will just enhance our relationships. So just allowing each of these cords to be fully nourished, get to have everything they need and want. And then imagine this golden cosmic light pours into each of these cords, allowing them to be fully healed, fully completed. And we're going to watch now as they burst into light. Just imagining that transformed light being recycled by the earth, the universe. You're going to imagine now that there's a magnet in front of you and a magnet behind you. And again, these magnets are going to begin to draw out any hooks that were connected to these cords. And just making sure that you move around the back body, the front body. And just allowing all these hooks to just detach and flow into those magnets to be released. And placing a magnet above your head and below your feet. And just releasing any hooks there as well. And then just allow those magnets to fall away back into the earth. So there's lots of versions of ourselves from the past where we accepted way less than we deserved and maybe even less than we even knew was possible. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow these moments in time to start to flow in front of us, just like pictures. Maybe you get to see yourself at different ages, maybe different moments in time come up, different relationships. Just allow these pictures to flow and sit in front of you. And there could be one or two, or there could be a whole mountain of pictures. And just notice when you look at these pictures, these moments in time, sometimes it can look like a movie reel. Notice if there's a particular theme or pattern that's happening. Is there an emotion at the root of all of these pictures? Maybe feeling scared or fearful, resentment or grief, sadness. So we're going to offer all of these pictures, these moments in time of healing. And as we begin to wash over them, imagining beautiful earth energy washes over these pictures, just allow yourself to find compassion. Just finding compassion for the choices that you made, situations you were in, recognizing that you did your best, that you've grown so much from this. Let's imagine water, so nourishing and soothing water gets to wash over these pictures. And just as the water is washing over, it could be any body of water, it could be well water, maybe a river, ocean. And again, just noticing how much you've grown and how that version of you was doing the very best that you could. And even if you did make mistakes, you're still lovable and enough. And there's actually nothing that you need to do differently in order to receive all the love that's available. We're going to wash over those pictures with the element of fire. And the fire is going to transmute any cords of enmeshment, karmic energies, contracts, vows, and agreements that are ready to be completed on a soul level. I'm going to wash over these pictures with the element of wind. And then bring in that golden cosmic light to infuse each of these pictures, allowing them to be fully healed, fully completed. And we're going to watch as they burst into light. And just watching as that transformed light gets to move back into the earth. You can imagine that this is like an offering to the earth. We've transformed from the past, and we get to offer this as compost, as nourishment for the earth. After all, the earth has held us through every single version of ourselves, and that unwavering support and love never left. So for some of us, some of that emotion from those times might have been kicked up a little bit. So just bring your awareness to wherever in the body maybe you felt a little bit of tension, or maybe you felt that emotion bubble up. Maybe it was in the heart or the throat, the belly. Just bring your awareness to that place now. We're going to refresh our grounding cord. So let's welcome up a brand new earth cord from the core of the earth. Allowing that earth energy to attach to the bottom of our feet again. Welcome that beautiful earth energy in, and allow that earth energy to flow wherever that emotion's held in the body. So again, if it's the heart, imagine all that earth energy comes to the heart center, the chest, the arms, the hands. Just allow yourself to receive the earth support, so you don't have to hold this emotion on your own. And just notice the emotion that's there. Maybe you can label it. Maybe it does feel like fear or anxiety. Maybe it feels like sadness. And see what comes up for you. And it makes sense that we'd feel these emotions. Anyone would feel these emotions. So just making space for that emotion to actually be here. Maybe it's an emotion that we've suppressed for a long time. Maybe it's one that we've carried for a long time, but it's no longer needed. It's not aligned with who we are. Maybe it's ready to be released today. Let's offer this emotion what it needs. So just take a moment to use your intuition and just get curious. Ask this emotion, what does it need from you? What does it need you to release? So let's just welcome in forgiveness, forgiveness for ourselves, however much forgiveness that you can hold or welcome in, because it can vary, as we grow. Forgiveness is not always easy, but see if you can allow yourself to welcome in that forgiveness energy for, it could be for others, it could be for yourself. Choices that we made when maybe we didn't have as much self-worth, or maybe it felt like love was very difficult to receive. So just bring in that self-compassion, forgiveness. We're going to welcome in all this beautiful energy. So let's imagine our whole rainbow of frequencies gets to pour into that emotion. That emotion gets to be filled up with this rainbow of frequencies. It gets to be held and nourished by the earth, and it gets to ask for whatever it needs, whatever it wants from the earth and from the universe. We're going to give this emotion full permission to heal and to even complete. Any wisdom that this emotion has, we can imagine that's uploaded into our Akashic records, even downloaded into our conscious mind. And let's imagine this emotion now gets to receive all that golden cosmic light, gets to be fully healed, fully completed, and it gets to transform into light. And once again, this light gets to be released back down into the earth, down through that grounding cord. The earth can use this as nourishment and compost to make beauty. Remembering that fertilizer helps make our beautiful flowers. So as we release the old, we're going to set the intention that it helps something new grow, more beauty, more abundance. So even the past versions of ourselves, even our mistakes can make something beautiful. So just offer that back to the earth. And, I don't want to just say our mistakes, because it's all learning experiences. And at the time, it served us in some way. So not necessarily mistakes. So now that we've offered to the earth, we can now ask the earth to fill in and meet those needs. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment, and I'm going to allow you to imagine you're speaking to the earth. However that looks like to you, it could be super intuitive. You could literally in your own mind say hello to the earth, tell the earth your name, where you're from, maybe what year it is, and just what you'd love support with. What energy has the earth, that how much energy can the earth offer you today? It's never usually how much the earth can offer, but how much can we receive? So just ask the earth what you need, maybe some abundance, some energy to fill in where those core needs were not met. And sometimes you don't know what you need. Just say, I don't know. Please help me. Please send in the energy that I need for balance, for harmony, for expansion, abundance, love. Help me remember who I am. Help me remember how loved I am. We're going to recall our authentic energies. So, using that star symbol, imagine that all of your authentic energies start to come home back into that symbol. Soul fragments and identity fragments. Recalling your authentic energies from previous relationships, workplaces, friendships, countries, wherever it might be, just welcoming your energies back into that symbol. And your guides are going to start to bless, heal, and update your energies to who you are now, empowering your authentic energies, bringing that star beneath your feet and beaming your energies back in, filling in any spaces and gaps where energies were released, especially where that emotion was released. Just imagine all of your own authentic frequencies gets to be reintegrated. So we're going to start to welcome in the gifts that are available to us. And again, all you have to do is say yes. I always imagine that above my head, there's these like beautiful gifts that my guides are bringing in. And these could be spiritual gifts, they could be downloads, it could help you unlock, raw talents or skills, abilities. It could be the form of blessings, even miracles. It could be like soul connections. And that's all based on the wisdom of who you authentically are and your spirit team. So it's not necessarily always in line with what our ego wants, but it's something that we actually do need that will support us. So let's just say yes to those. They're going to be different for everybody. And just imagining these gifts get to be integrated wherever they're needed in the crown, the mind's eye, or the body, even around the aura. For many of us, we're receiving almost like a spiritual upgrade, kind of a gentle, very gentle in the crown. A lot of us are receiving upgrades on our mind's eye. So this will change how we see ourselves, aligning how we see ourselves with our true natural state. Some of you might feel your heart expanding. So this will support us in giving and receiving love more freely. And maybe there's other places, maybe in your belly. This is all about empowerment, self-esteem, self-worth, purpose, maybe even lower. The lower we get, the closer we are to the ground. This is all about money and our resources, our sense of safety and security. So just welcome in all of the blessings that are ready for you now, all of the gifts and downloads. And lastly, we're going to bring our awareness to our authentic self. And it's actually really easy to tap into this part of us. We just don't do it that often. Just allow your awareness, your energy, your intuition to bring you to wherever let's say your spirit, your authentic essence, wherever that lives in the body. I always am brought directly to the heart center. Imagine in this part of you, this infinite, expansive, vast, immense part of you. Maybe you can imagine it as a bright white light Maybe for today, because we're really focusing on the energy of love and abundance and harmony, maybe that color will be different for you. Maybe it'll be more of a soft pink. Just allow your own imagination to connect to your essence, this beautiful light in your heart. And I want you to think back to when all those pictures and moments in time were sitting in front of you and we were watching old versions of ourselves play out. And think about some of the maybe the beliefs or the thoughts that came into your mind, maybe some judgment or labeling. And it's so natural. It's very easy to judge ourselves. And that's coming from the point of view of the mind. But when we connect into this light, the light of who we are, our essence, notice, what does your authentic self, what does your light, your spirit think about, feel about those past versions of you, those experiences? You might notice that there's more compassion than there is judgment. There's no need to want to change or condemn. Maybe this energy feels expansive. Allow your essence, this beautiful light in your heart center, allow it now to expand into every part of your being. Watch as it travels along the chest and arms, throat, back body, face and head, crown. From the heart center, allow this light to move into the back body, the belly, the lower body, into the legs and knees, all the way down into your feet. And allow this energy to pour out from your crown and your feet and fill your entire aura. All of the space around your body gets to be filled with this beautiful light. And just imagining that this pure love, pure compassion gets to heal and nourish those places that were maybe in darkness. Those places that we might have labeled, judged, or condemned out of fear, out of a need to be safe. But we've all grown. It's safe for us now to love those places. It's safe for us now to welcome those places home. Imagine now that your beautiful essence, this gorgeous light, gets to flow into every part of your life. See your essence light up your friendships, allow it to flow to partnerships, whether that's romantic or collegial, collaborative, or everything. Even allow your beautiful light to begin to flow out and connect with nature, with the natural world, with the earth, and even with the cosmos. Remembering that we're made of the stars as well as the earth. Allow your beautiful essence to nourish every part of your life, the parts that you've lived, the parts that you're living, and the parts that you're yet to live. The people that you're yet to meet, the relationships that you're yet to enjoy, the resources, the money that you're yet to hold, to receive. Allow allow this beautiful light to touch your work, if you work, your home, your purpose, your passions or hobbies. Again, these can be known or these can be unknown. As we extend our light, it goes beyond time. We're extending our light to the past, to the present, and to the future. So as we sit in this beautiful energy, in a state of truth and love and compassion, you're just going to put out, and you can do this in your mind's eye, you can do this through the heart center, or simply just saying what you're ready to call in. And everything that you've called in, just imagine that it just integrates into your own energy. Everything you've called in is actually vibrating on the frequency that you're already at. You can't lose it. You've called it in. And I always like to just ask my angels. So in your own mind, you can do this too. Angels, please assist me, please intervene and help me to receive everything that I've called in for my highest and greatest good. And if not that, then something even better. And just thank you, thank you, thank you. So just imagining all of your beautiful light. Maybe you could get to call it back into the heart center. We're going to refresh our grounding cord. Imagine a brand new earth cord from the earth moves up, and this can be twice as big as it was before. Allow yourself to receive even more support from the earth. Allow that earth energy to flow into your feet, into your aura. Any energies that are inauthentic to you can flow like a waterfall from your body back down into the earth. Again, releasing anything stagnant, any old energies, anything from the past that no longer serves you. We're just going to give it permission to be released. We're going to welcome in that universal energy above our head, so all that beautiful golden light and sparkles gets to flow into our aura. We're going to recall our authentic energies using that star symbol again. Our guides are going to help us recall our authentic energies from all dimensions, space and time, recall our soul fragments, our identity fragments. Our guides are going to bless, heal, and update our energies, empowering them, beaming them in from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. And we just did a lot of work at this class. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the intention that all of this healing, all of this beautiful work gets to reset, gets to heal and evolve our aura. Sometimes it's nice to feel like your energy expanding a little bit, especially if you've been playing it small, just allowing your energy to shine a little brighter, to feel a bit more expansive, to take up more space. We're going to allow all this healing to be sent back in time through our ancestral lineage. And any of our family members or lineage that would like to receive this healing, they can put up their hand and we can wash over them with this beautiful energy, this healing. We're going to send all this healing energy back in time to younger versions of ourselves, so that younger versions of us gets to be supported, to receive healing, to be held. to have all this compassion and love. And as we heal and evolve the past, we're going to allow that to heal and evolve our current reality and even send this healing forward in time, setting the intention that you get to align with your most probable future aligned timeline. And once again, if there's any more gifts, blessings, miracles, spiritual downloads that are ready to come in, we just say yes to them. Sometimes our guides and our angels bring in gifts for on our path, so just saying yes. So it might not be right now, but we might start to notice them in the next few weeks or months. So we can imagine now that we're back in this bubble, we're back in the sacred container that we created at the beginning. We're going to offer gratitude to all of our guides, angels, the beings that are here supporting us, Mother Earth, the universe. And as we offer them gratitude, we're going to offer them blessings as well. As we bless them, they bless us right back. So we can step out of this bubble. Imagine that you energetically step out of the container. We're going to offer this bubble out to the universe for any being that would love this support, this healing, that wants to tap into the magic, the energy of who they are. And before we open our eyes, let's just ground ourselves one more time. So let's imagine a brand new earth cord comes up from the earth, the core of the earth, and attaches to the bottom of your feet. We're going to send each other's energy back to one another. So you can do that with intention, or you can use magnets to release energies. We're going to recall our authentic energies using that star. So imagine you call home your energies from other people's space. And as your energies come back, your guides are going to bless and heal your energies, updating them to who you are now and beaming them in. So whenever you're ready, you can take a deep breath, open your eyes, just blinking the eyes open. So thank you for practicing with me today, and you can repeat this meditation as often as you need. And sometimes you might feel intuitively drawn to come back to this type of meditation. So I hope this integrates really sweetly for you. I hope you get lots of blessings. If anything cool happens, reach out to me. And if you're ever interested in one-on-one energy healing, you can reach out at sacredjourneysireland.com.